Welcome back, everybody.
Or if you guys are new here, my name is Michelle.
And I'm Jose.
And this is our food and travel channel. So currently, we are in Waikiki, Hawaii, or Honolulu, Hawaii. We are on vacation here, and we have been experiencing everything that Hawaii has to offer, and definitely enjoying all of the delicious and amazing food that's available here. So we decided it would be easier for us to group the foods by type or by locations to make it easier for you guys to plan your trip when you come to Hawaii.
Definitely. So that's what we're going to be doing here, and we hope you enjoy. In this video, you're going to be watching the lobster roll food tour here in Hawaii.
Enjoy, guys.
So for our lobster roll food tour of Hawaii, we decided to go to where?
Jolene's Marketplace.
Yes, and if you didn't hear, we're going to be trying out their lobster roll. So what is there anything different that they do about this lobster roll?
So Jolene's Marketplace, where we went, is the one in Chinatown. They have several different locations here in Oahu.
Yes.
And we wanted to definitely try the lobster roll because that's what they're famous for. And their lobster roll is served chilled. So the lobster itself is actually chilled. And one of the few things that I noticed about their lobster roll in particular is that they serve the lobster meat over like a bed of onions and lettuce.
Oh, interesting. Interesting. Okay. So chilled versus warm.
Warm.
Right? Okay. Well.
Yeah, and we asked for a side of curly fries and also just a side of butter, just in case we felt that maybe we wanted to drench the lobster roll with more butter, because lobster in general and butter, they go good together.
Yeah, so we haven't put anything on it, just to have a taste of it just completely the way that you would get it if you walked in there and ordered it. So let's get a bite.
Yep.
All right. Well, ooh. Oh, it smells really good. So yeah, let's delve on into it.
All right.
Yeah. I mean, it's lobster. There's really no bad way to make lobster.
Get a good crunch from the bottom layer of onions and lettuce. Has some carrots in it too.
Is there daikon? It looks like there's daikon in there too.
There is daikon in there.
Yeah, there's daikon. Man. So
well, that's different.
Yeah, this is like a lobster roll banh mi version, you know what I mean? Oh, wow.
On the very top too, they did top it off with a little bit of garlic.
Yeah, I can taste that.
Which is interesting. I've never had a lobster roll with garlic on it. I think it's pretty good.
Yeah.
The lobster is nice and sweet.
Yes, it is.
It is pretty generous portion of lobster topped onto the roll. The bread itself, it is toasted. It's you can sense the buttery flavor in it. It's still got a good crunch to it, because obviously we did not choose to eat at Jolene's.
Yes, yes.
Because it was a little loud in there. So we decided to eat obviously here in our hotel. So it's been a few minutes since we got back here.
Now, the one thing that I noticed is that it's not overly drenched in like the mayo and the sauce that would normally be done on a lobster roll, which is good. I don't like it to be too overly drenched. I want to taste the flavor of the lobster.
So I'm actually going to go ahead and put
Oh, you go for it. I'm
a little bit of butter on mine.
The lobster is so tender. The flavor is so good. Oh man. Just the right enough, just the right amount of that mayo sauce. I mean, it is. Oh, that is good.
So normally, I really do enjoy butter on my lobster and my lobster roll. Just a little bit of butter, because you know usually the lobster roll is mixed with the mayonnaise.
Yeah.
But I will say that I think I actually prefer it without. Because the combination of the lettuce and the daikon and the onion and the carrots at the bottom, it gives it that additional flavor that you would probably, like to have in addition to the lobster. So I think eating it as it comes is probably better, right?
I am loving the addition to the daikon. It's a twist on a lobster roll that I did not expect, but when I bit into it, it was such a surprise and very welcoming. I mean, wow, this is so good.
Yeah, it's unusual to have daikon.
Yes, but it adds so much. It adds so much flavor to the roll. Wow.
I'm gonna try their curly fries too.
Yeah, let me stop eating this because I'm gonna finish all of it. Let me get a fry.
There's ketchup.
I can hear the crunch.
Definitely
Like
crunchy.
Whoa.
Crunchy even after the drive back to the hotel. I think it's seasoned well. It's a good portion that they provide you too, so if you're into curly fries, you'll be definitely happy with the portion that they serve.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Great addition to the lobster roll.
You can get different sides.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be curly fries. I think I remember they had like waffle fries
Yes, they did.
and some other options, but like I said, we decided to go with the curly fries.
Yeah, you can't pass up on curly fries. We're big fans of curly fries. And these have such a good little crunch to them. Let me see if I can get a good crunch right here. Yeah. Every time I get that texture that I really enjoy, it just makes me smile. Like I like it.
Yep, so we're gonna go ahead and I think finish this.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
overall, Jolene's, their famous butter lobster roll, delish. And the daikon, and the lettuce and the carrots added to it at the bottom as a bed, and then
Yes.
they put in their lobster meat. You know, very unique.
Yes.
Very unique for a
And
lobster roll.
I have to say that it is by far my favorite.
Yep. So we'll see what else Hawaii has to offer in regards to lobster rolls on this lobster roll food tour.
Yes.
So stay tuned.
Yeah, stay tuned. The next place that we went to on our lobster roll food tour in Hawaii was?
It's a place called FEAST by John Matsubara.
And what did we end up getting? Obviously a lobster roll, right?
We got a lobster roll, and the lobster roll comes with a side, and the side that we chose was French fries.
Yep. Do you know what other sides you could have possibly get? More like mac salad or something like that. Right?
I don't think it was like mac salad. I don't remember exactly, but we'll put the links down below to obviously these places. But I don't remember what it was. But when I saw French fries, I was like, "Ooh, we haven't
That's a
had French
go-to.
fries here."
Yeah. Fries or potato chips is normally the go-to you go with. So it looks like it has a whole lot of lobster.
Yep.
Let me see if I can grab this somehow.
Just by looking at it, the roll that it sits on, it literally looks like it's 3 Hawaiian rolls.
Yes, I could see that. You can see the partitions where it looks like each little roll is at.
And they cut the rolls, basically slit them down in the center, open them up, and put the lobster in there. And this is their butter lobster roll. And you can see, just by again looking at it, that the sides of the roll have been like grilled.
Yeah, okay.
So
Very true. You can see that.
Yup.
Also, doesn't look like there's a ton of like the mayo stuff that they normally put on here.
No, it does not at all.
So we'll
it's
see what
not
the
overly
flavors are gonna be
dressed.
like. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Well,
Let's go.
Let's go. Okay.
It's a good flavor of the lobster. It's sweet.
Yes, it is very sweet. Maybe that's the reason why they don't put a bunch of the dressing then.
I don't think you need it.
The focus is clearly the focus is on the lobster. And if the lobster is good, it pulls the rest of the sandwich, with it. So, okay.
It's a really nice, sweet tasting lobster.
Ooh.
Right?
That was a big old piece of claw that I got.
And then it combines with the sweetness. Let me taste the bread by itself just to make sure it's what we think it is. I feel like it tastes like a Hawaiian roll.
Let me see. Yeah, but maybe not as sweet.
Not as sweet.
No. Now that I chew, got a little stuff stuck in my mustache. Now that I chew, it does get sweeter. Yeah, I think it is a Hawaiian roll.
I just feel like it is, but it's not as sweet as I normally expect a Hawaiian roll to be. And the fries are really, they're like shoestring
Yeah, thin cut.
fries.
I like that.
You're good. Basic French fries. Now, I will say that I cheated when I went to go pick this up because this is about, I'd say maybe like 15-20 minutes from our hotel. And currently, Feast is takeout only.
Yeah.
So there is currently no dine-in. It's been like that for quite some time. And so on the drive back to the hotel, that time elapsed. And so they got a little bit soggy. But like I said, I cheated and I checked out the fries
On the drive.
when I got it before I drove out, and they were quite crunchy.
Yeah, I think everybody does that when they go and pick up food from somewhere. The fries are easy to grab. I'm sure everybody does that. They kind of just taste the fries and eat something.
I just wanted to see. I wanted to be fair. I didn't want to say, oh, they're soggy. No, they were actually really nice and crispy.
Yeah.
But they're still good even though it's been a little bit of time.
Well, I mean, overall, I like the bread. The lobster, like we said before, was very sweet. It's not overly dressed. You can tell it's fresh. It's a good lobster roll. I mean, if somebody said, hey, do you want to go eat lobster rolls at Feast? I'd be like, yeah, let's go.
And the nice thing, me personally, when I eat my lobster rolls, I don't like to have like the extra ingredients in there, like celery or anything like that. So I personally, for me, appreciate that this is just your lobster, a little bit of the dressing, and then the roll itself.
Yeah, you like that original lobster roll.
I'm just a simple lobster roll, basic lobster roll person. That's it. That's it.
Cool. Okay, well, I guess we're just gonna go ahead and finish the rest of this off, and then we'll see where we wind up next.
Yeah, wait and see where we go next.
Yep.
Stay tuned.
The last stop on our lobster roll food tour was what? Yeah, I know, Tier.
So the last place that we went to is called Fat Cheeks.
I love the name.
You heard it right.
Yeah.
Fat, F-A-T, Cheeks, C-H-E-E-K-S.
I love the name. So obviously this is the lobster roll food tour, so we got a lobster roll, but what is the name of this lobster roll?
The name of their lobster roll is called the Buttah.
The Butter roll.
Lobster roll.
The Butter lobster roll.
And it is basically the lobster with garlic and some herbs. And they give you a little lemon wedge to squeeze over it if you want. And I will say, looking at this, it looks like the traditional kind of roll that you would normally see. It is got the grilled edges.
Yep.
It's nice and toasted brown. And I would say that the lobster here is pretty
Huge portion.
pretty good portion. And I would say it's not overly dressed either.
No, not overly dressed. It's a big sandwich.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's going to translate very well over B-roll video or whatever, but it's a big sandwich.
Like I think we have a what do they call it, like a mouth breaker.
Yeah.
Trying to squeeze and fit this.
Yeah.
Might have to go sideways.
Oh yeah.
And their lobster roll automatically comes with chips. And they're not your plain potato chips. They are Maui style chips. For those of you guys who've never had Maui style chips, they're more like kettle.
Yeah, the kettle
chips. So we chose to get that, but you can definitely swap it out for fries for I think $2 more.
Now, before we take our first bite, I smell like garlic.
Yes, because they do use garlic and herbs
Okay.
to season the lobster.
Ooh. I don't know if I've ever had garlic with a lobster roll. Huh.
I don't think so either. I know we've tried so many different places, but I don't think I've ever. So I don't know. Let's squeeze and see if we can
Yeah, let's see if we can get it in.
fit a good bite out of this.
All right, let's go.
I immediately get introduced to that garlic,
Yep.
but it's not as strong,
No.
right? But you can still taste it.
Very
that
subtle.
first bite. You can still definitely taste that lobster. I mean the lobster. Of course you can taste the lobster. The garlic flavor.
Yeah. So it's not overly dressed. It has a very subtle garlic flavor. You're getting most of your flavor from the lobster. Lobster's sweet, it's tender, it's fresh. Yeah, so I've never had garlic on a lobster roll, so that's interesting.
And the roll is soft. It's nice and soft. And it does a good job. Even though they do give you a good portion of lobster, it does do a good job of holding majority of the lobster in the roll.
Yeah, it adds rigidity to the roll, 100%. Which I like that because you don't want to be fumbling around for your lobster.
Not bad.
Oh,
And the Maui chips.
I gotta say, I really have to appreciate the size of the roll. I mean, you could easily get one of these and cut it in half, and you're pretty good, you know?
Which is what we did.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I like it. I enjoy it.
Not too bad.
Okay, well, we're gonna go ahead and finish the rest of this off, and then we'll kind of give you a little bit of a summary of the places that we tried and what we thought.
Yeah, so stay tuned.
Yeah, stay tuned. All right, so we have a little bit of a summary for you for those places that we tried the lobster rolls.
First, let me break down.
Break
down the prices.
Break down the prices.
So the first place that we went to was Jolene's Marketplace, and that was $20. And the second place that we went to was Feast by John Matsubara. And that one was $30. And then the last place that we tried was Fat Cheeks, and they were $16.
Yes. So, all in all, I would definitely go to all three places. If somebody invited me to go eat, or I just wanted to get a lobster roll, it would be hard to choose between the three. So first off, but what was your favorite though, out of all of the three?
Okay, guys. If I had to pick, and I'm just going by flavor, I'm not looking at the price, solely going by flavor, I feel like I liked Feast by John Matsubara because their signature lobster roll, that's what they call it. It was just basic It was a basic lobster roll that I was looking for. It had the umami mayo, which I love mayonnaise. And it was just nice and simple. And the fact that it was in kind of like the Hawaiian rolls added a little bit more sweetness. Even though the lobster itself was already sweet, I just feel like from a flavor perspective, I really like that one better. Not to say anything wrong about Fat Cheeks. They did use garlic in their seasoning. And like I said, we've never had garlic before. But it's not bad. It tastes good. It's just something I never expected, but it's still good. And then for Jolene's, again, I'm the type of person in my lobster rolls, I don't like all the extra add-ins in it, like celery or whatever. Jolene's, though, they did have lettuce at the very bottom of the roll and also daikon. Now, I'm gonna tell you the daikon surprised me, but the daikon was really good. But maybe I would probably like it. I would have liked it better if it was just the daikon and maybe not the lettuce. I don't know. What about you?
So for me, and again, not going on price-wise, I would go with Jolene's. I think Jolene's had basically an in-betweener of all three. It had the sweetness of the lobster, but then that extra layer and texture with the daikon, for me, gives me that, ooh, I really enjoyed that lobster roll because that daikon is sweet and the crunch texture of it, the bread. For me, that was my go-to lobster roll. But again, I'd get them from all three places because they were all great. But I really like that one from Jolene's.
Yeah, guys, so the choice is up to you which roll you guys prefer based upon what we've described to you.
Yeah.
Again, all three places, they are delicious, but they all have their own styles. So it's basically what style suits you best.
Yeah. The only thing that I would say is that price is eventually going to end up kind of seeping its way in there. And so if you go to Fat Cheeks, you can get two for the price of Feast. If you go to Jolene's, you're going to get one decent size. Feast is $30. And we've had lobster rolls from a lot of different places, and the ranges all seem to be like 15 to 30. They're all in there. But I don't know about $30. Like,
if you want to splurge.
Yeah.
If you want to go a little bit on
true.
the lighter
end, it's your money.
Fat Cheeks. But I don't think you'll go wrong with either of the three.
With either of the three, they're all really good. Yes, very tender, flavorful. Either one, either three, you're good to go.
Yeah, and we were just glad that we were able to try those three. I'm sure that there's some other places or whatever, but doing our research and everything, prepping for this vlog, those are the kind of three that really kind of like stuck out to us a little bit more. So those are the three that we had chose to try.
So here's the thing. Maybe we need to come back to Hawaii.
There's no maybe. We are.
Or maybe we got to go to Maine. Yeah, you know?
I would love to.
True lobster roll area.
I guess you're going to have to wait and see what happens.
Yep. So if you're enjoying the content here and you're liking what we're doing, please do us a favor and go down there and hit that big old red subscribe button. It helps us to build our community here on YouTube, as well as hit the notification bell. It just drops you a nice little notification letting you know that we've released new content, and we're releasing a ton of stuff about Hawaii. You do not want to miss out. Guys,
and while you're down there already, please definitely hit that like button. And then comment down below. Have you guys had an opportunity to try lobster rolls? Where's your best place that you had it? Let us know.
Yep.
Until again, bye.
Later, everybody.